Дорогие друзья и гости канала, звук потише здесь. Сегодня у нас обзор стрима разработчиков по обновлению. Ну, для тех, кто, может быть, не успел, как и я. Будут обязательно субтитры доступны для того, чтобы смотреть самим, анализировать. Собственно, эта запись сделана, именно запись стрима. Я постарался, не спал час 40 минут именно запись. Потому что стрим OBS захват делать не может экрана почему-то. У меня не получилось, пришлось записывать в Bandicoot Studio, брать, записывать и теперь через бас делать запись. Что могу сказать? Я уже посмотрел, почитал, что говорят, собственно, глобальное обновление гигантского размера. Это просто, такой размах, масштаб очень большой. Там ПВП и ПВЕ зона будут расширяться. И, в принципе, что очень важно для нас, ПВЕшников, это очень много нововведений. Особенно режим выживания. Еще поменьше громкость музыки. Режим выживания, который там будут обсуждаться, и в середине, по-моему, игры, и ближе к концу игры сам будет директор, который, или директор, по-моему, еще с первой части, который делал игру. Прошло уже больше 10 лет с того момента, в 2016 году, в марте она вышла, первая часть, и вот там много очень будет рассказов про историю, как это все создавалось, из чего начиналось, и много интересных других вещей в том числе. Про выживание режим я послушал, в принципе, он довольно-таки интересный, буду ли играть его я не знаю. Реализм тоже рассказали, что в зависимости от калибра пули, который я еще не играл, хоть он есть в доступе, будет наноситься урон. То есть пока мне интересно проводить время, на самом деле, в саммите постоянно и на легендарке, бегать в ответный удар, что по ответному удару, кстати, будет ответный удар с возможностью накопления теперь, то есть по одной и той же фракции, например, 10 ответных ударов накопить, 20 можно будет, как я так понимаю, если правильно, и так далее, что в чем моя мечта сбывается. Пулемет большой Алехандро я уже тоже получил, обкатал, в принципе, видео стрима есть. Легендарку там, по-моему, 4 часа почти бежал соло, именно с пулеметом Мор, и поочередно менял и пулемет еще, вот как раз таки большой Алехандро. Я затащился, мне очень все нравится. Ссылочка в описании на продажу игры. Игру можно купить у меня в официальном YouTube шопинге, YouTube Shop. У меня подключен магазин. Игра продается в разных вариантах. Да, еще кросс-платформу обещают в этом году. На вопрос, когда в этом году обещают разработчики, что уже кросс-платформенная ситуация решится, и мы сможем с кроссами поиграть вместе на ПК. Что тоже очень немаловажно, скажем так. Что еще я запомнил? Я пока вспоминаю, пока еще стрим не начался. Потом пойду себе кофеек заварить, потому что я не спал всю ночь. Лопатил информацию, искал, слушал, смотрел. Вот. Что-то запомнил, вынес для себя то, что мне было интересно. Но про ПВП темную зону там типа будут балансировать. Мне это вообще не интересно, потому что я не бегаю убивать туда игроков. Это не мое, вы это знаете. Я чисто ПВЕшный. Вот, так что режим выживания, если он ПВЕ, это еще мне как-то подойдет, я его, наверное, попробую. Все-таки красиво очень сделали. И все, что касается ПВЕ режима, конечно, меня больше интересует. Нововведений по повышению уровня, в том числе моя мечта сбывается, будет уровень выше героизма. Я уже посмотрел другой трейлер, он находиться будет там, где стол, магазин обратного отсчета. Туда добавят 3, по-моему, варианта миссий, которые будут выше уровня героизма. Добавят прототипы, вот эти вот вещи, не только 3 маски, но и там бренд вообще будет прототип, который называется. Соответственно, он будет прокачиваться выше 30 уровня в плане урона. Я не знаю, как это будет организовано. Это будет уровень, который будет видно, что выше, но будет называться прототип. Или, в принципе, только дамаг, но уровень будет сохраняться 30 или 40 там шмотки, я не знаю, например, какой-нибудь. Не шмотки, вещи, правильно сказать. Соответственно, прототип, маску я уже посмотрел, боевика до 22% увеличивающийся. Отсылка идет к первой части, что там была такая подобная возможность с интересными масками, я уже послушал разработчиков. Так что эта игра очень сильно перекликается, так как оружие попадает из первой части сюда. Например, пулемет Пахан, пулемет Большой Алехандро, это все из первой части, которую я проиграл около 2 лет тоже, наиграл 2300 часов в нее. А в эту я наиграл во вторую часть уже 3900 с копейками часов. Поэтому послушайте и почитайте, что говорят разработчики. Ребят, я по ходу постараюсь комментировать все этой пьесы, скажем так. Ну и помните, да, что ссылочка в описании, под описанием есть YouTube Shopping, магазин официальный, торговая площадка, в котором продается The Division 2. Теперь у меня на канале эта игра продается, ее можно купить в официальном магазине. Так что всем желаю приятного просмотра, а я, пожалуй, пойду заварю себе кофеек. Чаек, наверное, нет, меня будет рубить, просто час 40 выдержать довольно-таки сложно будет еще комментировать, походу. Надо кофеечку себе заварить, ребята.
Greetings, agents, and welcome to our 10th anniversary celebration for Tom Clancy's The Division. Hard to believe it's been a full decade of fighting the good fight, tweaking those loadouts just right, and closing those car doors almost tight. I'm your host, Chris Waters, and during our show today, you'll hear from the developers of The Division 2 and The Division Resurgence about what's happening now and what's coming up soon. Here's how the show's gonna play out. First off, we're going to take a little cover-to-cover dash down memory lane with a teaser for an upcoming retrospective on The Division, the game that started it all. Next, it's over to The Division 2, where the celebrations are kicking off today with a special anniversary season live now. And you're going to get the full breakdown on this massive month-long event from Massive themselves. Then we'll look to the future of The Division 2 and what's shaping up to be a very exciting year ahead, with plenty of new plans on the way, no matter how you like to play, and a surprise or two to boot. After that, The Division Resurgence has big news to share and some details about the in-game rewards awaiting you in the upcoming free-to-play mobile game if you've played The Division 2, and vice versa. Finally, we'll flow right into a live discussion with the developers themselves as they dive deeper into today's topics and answer your questions over on the Division Game Twitch channel. So, let's proceed. It's time for a glimpse into the past of The Division before we turn our attentions to the future.
I remember very vividly how sitting like on launch day, I was sitting in the live ops room, which is basically a room with a bunch of screens that are showing the server status, and I was watching this graph, which is basically like the player count. So I was just sitting there like completely mesmerized and praying that there wouldn't be a big dip. And there were no dips. The game was stable. The graphs just kept going up, and they were going up, and well, what a fantastic feeling.
March 2016 marked the birth of Tom Clancy's The Division, kicking off a decade of development, evolution, and experiences, both for players and developers. This is 10 years of The Division.
I'm not gonna lie, it makes me a little nostalgic to think back to that feeling of walking on those New York City streets for the first time in The Division and just seeing the incredible level of detail, telling stories on every street corner. So good. And then the Underground, the Survival, Last Stand DLC each had this kind of different take on the core mechanics of the game. I mean, there's a reason it had legs. And even today, after all the quality
Сейчас я подойду, ребят, кофе заварится. Вы пока, почитайте, специально красным выделил на белом фоне, чтобы вы могли читать. Я сам читал по-русски, потому что иначе, невозможно. Я сейчас подойду.
Life improvements, the 4K 60 FPS updates on current gen consoles, The Division still has the juice. So, if you want to see more, keep an eye on the Division social channels for the full release of that retrospective. Now, we're going to talk about the Division 2 because that's where the anniversary celebration is underway. Let's hear from the Division 2 developers themselves about this special anniversary season and all it has in store.
To celebrate 10 years of The Division, starting today, we've rolled out a special anniversary season in The Division 2 with something new happening each week.
This special celebratory season is the perfect blend of nostalgia and fresh content, bringing exciting activities and rewards that we can't wait for you to experience.
The 4-week anniversary celebration includes 2 brand new global events inspired by the original game, each offering gameplay challenges and exclusive rewards. The first is Ambush, where a damage multiplier of up to 200% is applied. The multiplier increases while you remain stationary, but decreases as you move and change positions. The second is Assault, where damage dealt to enemies within a certain range delivers a 200% damage multiplier.
We're also bringing back a fan favorite weapon from The Division, the iconic exotic LMG Big Alejandro. You can grab it on the free rewards track until the end of March.
The entire Tom Clancy universe is coming together to celebrate The Division, with 6 new tactical uniforms from across the Splinter Cell, Rainbow Six Siege and Ghost Recon franchises. Progress through the Anniversary Pass to unlock these new uniforms, allowing you to gear up your agent in the shoes of some of your favorite Clancy heroes.
For our big celebration, we also wanted to give players a completely new experience of The Division, so we have released the limited time game mode, Realism. Available only during the anniversary season and exclusive to Warlords of New York, with the expansion being free to play for all Division 2 players during anniversary. Expect action-focused combat with reduced time to kill and realistic weapon damage based on bullet caliber. The mode also offers classic realism elements like reduced UI, limited HUD, no health regeneration, scarce ammo, and longer skill cooldowns. Tense and unforgiving, Realism mode is your chance to experience The Division like never before.
When The Division 2 was released 7 years ago, it earned praise for its world building and visuals. Since then, video games have continued to evolve, and with our anniversary celebration, we saw a perfect opportunity to reinvest in the visual quality of the world. With today's update, we've added a visual upgrade featuring refined shadows and fog, improved lighting and reflections, a range of material updates to the surfaces to look more realistic, and many other improvements. The improvements allow for a richer, more immersive experience with sharper details and improved textures that make locations feel more alive and truer to the game's world, all while keeping performance smooth.
Lastly, what's a celebration without presents? To show our appreciation for your continued support, every The Division 2 player will receive an exclusive anniversary hoodie featuring our beloved Tommy the Bear. A little something to keep you safe on your next mission.
And there's more. If you tune in to any partner Division 2 Twitch streams, you can earn Clancy-themed rewards, including unique weapon skins, trophies, as well as named and exotic caches. The anniversary season has something for everyone, so jump in and enjoy.
The anniversary season is already underway in The Division 2, so dive in and start enjoying the festivities as you tackle Realism mode on one screen and have another screen open to earn those Twitch drops. That's the perfect second screen experience, if you ask me. And remember, the Warlords of New York expansion is free this month if you own The Division 2, complete with those visual upgrades you just heard about. Now, if you don't own The Division 2, then I have got a deal for you, my friend, and that is up to 90% off. Up to 90% off is so much off, it's barely
Вот,
any
про
on.
скидку он говорит, как раз у меня скидка под описанием есть. Продажи 30 товаров по The Division 2.
Is looking bright, and that is just what our next segment is all about. the next year
Покупаем народ,
of the
пока скидка
Division
большая.
2.
Еще чуть-чуть потише, наверное, сделать.
This is a massive year for the Division 2, and this month being just the beginning.
With it being our anniversary year, we wanted to ensure that we deliver a full year of exciting content
Годовщину
for
уже
all
они
our
нам
players.
подарки
It
подарили
has
все.
never been a
почти
better
все
time
забрал
to be
свои.
an agent.
In April, we kickstart our new season, Rise Up, calling agents to come
За
together,
портмейн
take on the black
сходите,
test
вот,
with the
Rise Up
introduction of new
называется.
features centered around increasing the challenge, but also making agents more
сложно.
powerful. To celebrate the anniversary year, though, the promise of seasons is so much more.
Beyond new special events, features, revamps, gear and weapons, it is our ambition to also deliver on some of your biggest requests this coming year. This includes PvP-focused balancing
Обожаю
updates and
это.
content.
Они очень сложную работу
Crossplay,
проделали
will
за
it
все это
never
время.
being
Невероятно
better time
сложно.
for agents to come together, no
Огромное.
matter the platform. And lastly, the reintroduction of the highly appreciated classified assignments, allowing agents to uncover new stories in bespoke missions each season. 2 years ago, we released Paradise Lost, the first incursion in the Division 2. Challenging the most skilled of agents, we saw waves of you answer the call.
Knowing these agents are now looking for their next challenge, we are happy to reveal that this year we will release our second incursion, taking agents to an entirely new location that will push them to the brink.
Новое место. Миссия, то есть новая.
Survivors is the
Может, место
return of
на карте.
winter survival to the Division franchise, with improvements
вот-
and bold
вот
new
тот,
additions
кто
to the extraction experience.
В первой части все
As you
создавал
deploy into a Washington,
Survivor.
D.C. completely transformed by a deadly snowstorm, you'll have to fight both the elements and the enemy factions, alongside or against other agents.
The team is making good progress, focusing hard on making a systemic experience where the cold weather impacts much more than the mood. We are building survivors with our players, and we are happy to already be doing close testing with further plans.
женщины
We can't wait
позитивные.
for you to play it.
But that's not all for this year.
Трейлер, да, смотрим. Жуков всяких, природа красивая. Дождик. Я надеюсь, вы читаете. Я почитал уже, мне плюс-минус понятно, что в этом обновлении будет. Может быть, схожу в PvP даже в темную зону. New DLC Coming 26.
With some jam-packed seasons and highly requested updates, plus a new incursion and that new DLC exploring Central Park,
обновление, новое
the
вторжение,
anniversary
новое
season is just
дополнение,
the start
посвященное
of
исследованию
a big
центральной
year for the
Очень
Division 2.
успеваю.
And that's not the only new Division action you can look forward to, because we turn our attention now
Темп
to the
подачи у них
Division
очень
Resurgence,
высокий.
the first full-fledged
Быстро
Division
говорят.
game on mobile. The dev team has a fresh look at this free-to-play game in motion, and some big news to share.
Last month, we had the chance to join the Elite Task Force here at Massive. And it was an incredible experience, meeting the community, playing together, sharing feedbacks. It is always the best feeling when we see our players enjoying the game we have been crafting for so long. Today, we're excited to share a major update with you. But enough talking, let's have a
Сейчас
look.
речь идет про первую часть реализации именно в девайсах для таких типа смартфона. Портативные устройства.
You and your kind. Your days are over.
Да, это первая часть.
All it took was a hyped up flu to tear it all down.
Morning, Agent. You missed Santa
У меня тоже ностальгия
and the
по первой
following
части,
weeks
конечно.
too.
I've been out for a month.
First wave agents like you are now a
База
rare
прикольная.
breed. Most are either
Ощущение от
MIA,
ностальгии очень
AIA, or
приятное.
Rogue. The city needs you.
To all units, they got RPGs and machine guns. I'm not sure how long we can hold.
The Rikers are convicts, maniacs and murderers.
So the cleaners are back, huh? Sounds like you met the latest addition to the numbnuts of Manhattan. They call themselves the Free Men.
We'll get through this. We'll rebuild.
You're Division, aren't you? Where were you? You were supposed to protect us, damn it!
It's not over. Not by a long shot.
Come. Let's play.
Крутой тизер экшеновый. Для первой части здесь графика, скорее всего, мобилки показаны. Это мобилка реализация игры через нее, потому что на ПК она гораздо круче по графике выглядит, естественно.
We're looking at a possible full-scale national civil war, unless we stop them.
That's right. The game is set to release on March 31st. So now is a perfect time to pre-register to make sure you can jump in on day one and secure exclusive rewards. If you are on iOS, you can now pre-order as well. If you already pre-register on Android, double check that your registration is still active so you don't miss out. You have been waiting for this moment. We can't wait to welcome you all in the Division Resurgence. We also have something special for the Division veterans. If you play both Resurgence and The Division 2, you'll unlock exclusive rewards. And now, I leave you with Jonathan, who wants to show you around New York City.
Hello everyone, Jonathan here. Today, I'll be introducing you to a short walkthrough of what you can expect from our game at launch. Resurgence is a brand new Division title, faithful to the experience of the original games, but built specifically to be playable from anywhere on mobile. In Resurgence, you'll play a first wave agent in a brand new story, taking place in Manhattan after the events of Division 1. For this walkthrough, I've teamed up with my friend Erwan, and we head out in the open world towards the mission that we want to
мечтал поиграть, когда на ПК у меня не было. Но тогда еще и по мини не было.
In Resurgence, the open world is shared, allowing agents to
Круто, сейчас можно на мобилку поиграть.
That player seems friendly and well equipped, so we invite him to join our team, and we start the mission together. In this mission, we must reclaim a radio station from the Free Men, a new enemy faction introduced in Resurgence. In Resurgence, you can expect intense cover shooter gameplay as in the original games, rewarding precision and tactical thinking. The Free Men oppose a fierce resistance, but thanks to the complementarities of our specializations, we can make short work of them. In Resurgence, each specialization comes with specific skills, offering a unique, curated playstyle. You pick one when you create your agent, unlock new ones as you progress in the game, and can freely swap between them when outside of combat. After navigating through rooftops and the radio station floors, we finally reach the Freeman leader.
У них, кстати, стрим идет 1080p, у меня в 2К снят. Просто качество здесь сложно. На мобилку лучше не сделать.
We finally take the boss down and are rewarded with some sweet loot, allowing us to refine our character build. In Resurgence, you can expect hundreds of customization options, from apparel cosmetics to RPG items, with ton of gameplay effects to customize your playstyle, weapons, gear pieces, skill mods, and even new types of SHD tech items that push the build crafting options even further. Now emboldened by our success in the mission,
Блин, первая до сих пор, она, конечно, очень красивая. Я вот недавно запускал, где-то месяцев 6 назад.
Запускал.
Thank you, Jonathan. If you want to see more Resurgence gameplay, stick around until the end of the show. Being part of this anniversary means a lot to us. We're humbled to join this amazing Division community with a new platform and new content. We can't wait to play with you very soon. Until then, make sure you register now and get ready for launch.
Now, if you're watching this live on March 3rd, the show is far from over. The Division development team will be joining this broadcast live from Sweden to dive deeper into all the celebration news and to answer your questions in the chat at twitch.tv/thedivisiongame. Just hang tight for 2 quick reminders. First up, The Division 2 is on sale. 4 are up to 90% off, and the anniversary season is underway. That means unique rewards, visual upgrades, realism mode, and best of all, Warlords of New York, the expansion is free to play for all Division 2 owners for the duration of the celebration. And on March 31st, you can dive into the brand new story of the Division resurgence for free. So make sure you're pre-ordered on iOS or pre-registered on Android. And remember, you'll have in-game rewards waiting for you there if you've played the Division 2, as well as some goodies delivered back into your Division 2 stash just for playing Resurgence. Now,
Ключи
on
раздавали на
behalf of the
трансляции
many,
бесплатно,
many
10 штук,
creative and
по-моему. Вот это да, но я не
hardworking folks at
смотрел.
Ubisoft studios around the world who dedicate so much to bring you these amazing games, thank you for playing. And on behalf of me, your host, Chris Waters, thanks for watching. And with that, it's time to get live over in Sweden.
Хотя интересно,
so
может,
please,
поеду во Францию,
sit tight
съезжу
as the
в студию
massive
Юбисофт, не
team
знаю
takes
еще.
it away.
Пока думаю.
Hello everybody and welcome to the post show. I hope that you enjoyed the very many announcements that we just saw in the showcase, and this is the part where we go a little bit deeper and cover the details. So we have the anniversary season that's live right now. We will cover what's coming next, from season structure to new DLC, and we'll also visit Paris to talk a bit with the Resurgence team and their launch just around the corner. First off, let's introduce ourselves. So for you who don't know who I am one part of the community development team here at Massive. Anais is my name, and next to me is Leo, that other part.
Hello.
We also have a guest with us, the one and only creative director on the Division 2. Yeah.
Hello.
Hello.
Happy to have you here.
I was hidden this whole time. I was tempted to put my hand, but then I thought I'm gonna make it weird. So it's serious now.
Yeah. Before we go into all of the topics of the day, let's go into the topic. We're celebrating 10 years of the Division.
10 years. Can you imagine that? Can you realize how...
It's been here.
I'm old.
You're getting old, yeah.
I'm old.
Yeah, and all good celebrations comes with gifts. So if you log in Division 2 during the anniversary season, you're gonna get the Tommy the Bear hoodie inside the game. That's the one that Yannick is wearing in real life here. And yeah, I don't know if people can see. Yeah.
Я бы тоже такой хотел, но думаю, что почта
do I need to log in today? Can be over the week. It's over the whole anniversary season, so you have roughly 1 month to join the party and get your gift. Also, in this chat right now on Twitch, we're gonna do a giveaway with anniversary event pass. So we're gonna cover later what it includes the event pass for the anniversary season, but you just need to interact in the chat. So you can write anything. We don't want people spamming the same word, so you can just freely interact and react to this post
Maybe
show.
be nice.
Yeah, be nice with us. Yes, we would appreciate that a lot.
Can write Yannick.
Please don't write Yannick.
Try to spell it correctly, though. if you spell
Ну,
it
я
wrong,
думаю,
it
что вы
doesn't work.
читаете.
So we're gonna pick 10
Я думаю, что вот у них надо
players
учиться
from
именно
the chat
позитиву.
to grant anniversary event pass. So please leave your DMs open on Twitch so we can message you and share the codes. Alright, also we have Twitch drops enabled. This is something that the community has been anticipating a lot. I saw in the chat people talking about that, and now you can see the rewards that we have for this Twitch drops event. My favorite is for sure the backpack trophy for the Feilau with the E in the end. Yeah, I know you notice, we as well. And yeah, just link your Twitch account to your UB account and claim that. Later it'll be available from March 3rd today to March 10th. And if you want to dress for the occasion in real life, we want to mention that the Ubisoft Gear Shop got some fresh merch. So you'll find these at ubisoftgearshop.com. Those are the merch. And yeah,
YouTube
that's it.
shopping.
10 years of the Division from E3 in 2015 to launch day of Division 2, Warney, Battle for Brooklyn. We have a lot of highlights from those 10 years, and I would like to start this talking to you, Yannick, because you have been here since the beginning, and I want to know, what does 10 years of the Division mean to you?
Well, gosh, it's actually 11 years for me even. But it's, I mean, what does it mean for me? It's a quarter of my life. It's half of my career. So it's pretty insane to think that we are here today celebrating 10 years. That we are celebrating 7 years of the Division 2. We are announcing year 8. It's unbelievable. I think even when in our wildest dreams, when we released Division 1 and then Division 2, I don't think we would have ever hoped to be where we are today. So it's incredible, and to see the players still be with us, see the excitement in chat, and see some names in here that have been with us for probably
просто многие говорили, а жива еще игра там вообще, ну то есть это хейтинг, понятное дело.
Yeah, and we know that a lot of people are coming back to see the stream, to see what we have planned here. So we have a lot of people who are coming back to this, but they are there in the beginning, and I would like to understand from you and to learn from you how it was those first days, like how was the vibe, and more important, if you have any fun story that you want to share with us from there.
I mean, I do have a lot of war stories. I annoy people with my war stories sometimes. I feel like a dinosaur. Like, 2017 we did that thing. But anyway, no, it's, I mean, I have a lot of great memories. Launch day was really special. Launch day of Division 1, as we saw in
у меня
that
тоже, я, правда, только смотрел в 16 году.
Тизер,
да, вот именно тизер я смотрел. Немножко она по тизеру отличалась, потом по игровому процессу. Но, блин, все равно в 16 году. Смотреть, наверное, тизер я стал еще раньше, году в 13-14, по сути,
because we had the issue at launch that you could jumping jack in a door frame and prevent our players from actually crossing that door frame because there was collision between characters. So that was a thing that somehow creative players started abusing in a fun way. There were a bunch, the nerf to Phoenix credits that happened a couple days after launch, and probably our very first big outrage on the game, the Bullet King. I mean, there are so many good memories today. They are good today. They were not necessarily fun experiences back then, but it's yeah, there's been so much.
Yeah, and we want to take this moment to thank you, thank all the players that has made it all possible. We wouldn't be here without you. And, all over the world, people that contributed these 10 years with creations, cosplayers, photo mode images, and just sharing. Yeah, we have some highlights here, just what we gathered over the years, and obviously there's so many more that has shared and
such
cool
very cool, very cool.
Yeah, and I want to remember you guys to use the hashtags Agent Highlights and the Division 2 photos, so we get visibility on everything that you create, because we really enjoy seeing it. And it also gives us a little permission to, share it on our official accounts. So if you want to get extra visibility on your creations, then make sure to tag them. We also want to thank everybody
Я не такой дизайнер, конечно, к сожалению, не смогу
who's part of the community and enjoys the game. We gathered some cool stats, and you guys have accomplished a lot in 10 years. So we have 27 billion total headshot kills.
Billion.
Billion.
With a B. Okay.
Billion.
Wow. Half of those are just me.
We know your skills, yeah.
Yeah, 5.6 billion items looted, 1.2 million clans created.
Ooh.
The favorite emote used is not the jumping jack.
No?
So no, they didn't manage to.
I'm disappointed. We're gonna have to fix that.
Yeah, it's what do you know?
I know.
Yeah, it is, and by far. That's been used 465 million times.
Wow.
The salute. 1.9 billion attempted revives.
Half of these are mine. The revives.
The attempted
failed
ones.
The
yeah,
failed.
only
the being revived.
Yeah, being revived.
Being revived is
yes.
okay, fair.
You get the headshots, I got the revives.
The most used skill is the Seeker Mine. And the most used weapons are Sankt Elmo's Engine.
Well, to nobody's surprise.
And it's followed by Scorpio. Did you get yours yet?
Just stop it.
So you're not adding to these numbers.
I still don't, but I need to work harder.
Yeah.
Last one, third one, Baker's Dozen.
Okay.
Some cool numbers.
And
Прибавляется команда Massive из Англии, сообщил Юбисофт.
Development of the game as much as possible during these last 10 years. Yannick, you were the one who created the ETF in 2016. You named it.
И в части масок и секретных миссий работала во второй части. Massive добавляется, то есть увеличивается штат.
So the group of players who have access to some exclusive early on parts of the plans or the game to give feedback, to help us develop the game, and they always help us a lot, and this is part of our commitment to include the community to push the future of the franchise. So now I want to ask to you, can you tell us about working with the community for all those years? Because you used to be a com dev, for those who don't know.
Yes.
You used to be here as a com dev, now creative director.
Yeah, that's maybe I did something right. It's actually 10 years of the Division means also 10 years of live streams with my face. So that's I'm sure you can retrace some of those live streams and see the aging happening. No, but I mean it's we wouldn't be here without our players. And I know it's cheesy, and I know that a lot of people say that, but I mean literally we wouldn't be here. The game would have been cancelled. Or wouldn't have kept being supported the way it has without the support and the passion we got from the community. And very early on, I talked about the Phoenix Division 1 and everything. It's like, the working on the live game, you have to have the players on board. Like the players need to have a voice and they need to be a part of it. It's not just our decisions. And so I was lucky enough and privileged enough to actually work with a team that trusted me as a com dev and that listened to me being the voice of the players. And I think that relationship with the community and the player base back in
на самом деле
the
много
early
дал,
days
слушали. Вот то, что я, например, я не знаю, как к этому относиться. Я просил пулемет там апнуть, вот, короче, стрелков его апнули в свое время. Еще многие вещи, вот там придумали ответный удар, то есть что-то для игроков, которые посильнее просил, чтобы экзот можно было получать ящики. Все это сделали.
Supporting us and supporting us with your time and with your money.
То есть вместо контрольных точек дофига чего сделали, и еще очень-очень много в этом году будет событий. То есть весь год для Дивишки будет самый успешный, удачный год. Вот это дальше.
We have the anniversary season and now live.
Я уже это понял.
It's a very special season and it's
я
short and
смотрел
sweet,
стрим,
so
я знаю,
sure
о чем
to
речь.
enjoy it this anniversary month of March.
Дивишка
And
будет
there's
сейчас
many reasons to
в топе.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about the event pass in the beginning because there's a giveaway happening in the chat right now, and this event pass this season will bring the Clancy collab. So you're gonna see.
Не стесняйтесь заходить в магазин, ребята. Там, где вы пишете, чуть-чуть ниже глазки опускаете, и там продается дивишка у меня в YouTube шопинге. Там есть скидки очень большие, то есть ценник там такой сладкий довольно-таки.
In the premium track, so
no matter
either you're supporting with your money or not, you have one uniform from each game guaranteed to you just by playing the anniversary season. Super cool. We're seeing those skins, those uniforms, different games, different vibes, but I know that people were already celebrating. I know that since the update was live since early this afternoon, people were already spotting on the store, sharing with the others and celebrating those.
После обзора стрима сразу стрим зашпилю, наверное, еще по
девишке. Now you can see the whole thing with the free ones and the premium ones available in the game right now. And you can see in this image as well the gear that we have for this season. So we have two
рюкзак такой себе пока, он хороший, надо думать, с каким билдом сделать. Его скоро билд, наверное, выпущу какой-нибудь. Не хочу больше спешить, что билдов куча одинаковых. Надо сделать что-то такое более эксклюзивное. Повышение передачи показывал, обкатывал тоже, но не рассказывал про него ничего. 3 часа обкатывал вчера, по-моему. Легендарный пулемет Большой Алехандро. Хорошо работает, очень штуковина мощная. Билд под него сделаю, намного потом еще.
You can thank George.
And it's so cool because we're bringing back Big A from Division 1. We know that it's kind of a fan favorite. A lot of people love that, and yeah, we're super excited. Just to correct the chat, because I'm seeing a lot of people now typing giveaway. You don't need to type giveaway to join. You just need to interact freely in the chat. We're gonna count interactions in general, like you can just react normally. You don't need to type in a specific command to be part of our giveaway. Okay? Just a quick correction because I don't want this chat to go crazy. with giveaway messages.
Yeah, we want to see what you think.
Yes, please react to what we're saying.
It's cute that you're trying to influence chat.
Yeah, I know. They don't.
They don't listen to us.
They don't listen to us. And also we're bringing two gear for this event pass. We have the exotic Harrier Pride backpack, and we have the name gear chess piece Impetus. So these are two gears. You can read all of these, the details, the talents, all of that in the patch notes that will come right after this stream. Some people are like, hey, where's the patch notes? Why you're not, are you hiding something? It's gonna be released right after this stream with all the details for this new gear. Cool. And you have a bunch of caches, and most important, the 10th anniversary cache with a lot of
Хороший рюкзак, очень даже, но, блин,
again, the patch notes will cover
применение найти достойно надо. Дамаг хорошо он увеличивает.
The big thing for this anniversary season is the release mode, right, Yannick? And this is the thing that we're super excited to have you guys testing. I know that some people have tested over this afternoon. Some of people maybe have finished it, but yeah, it's an exclusive mode for anniversary season, available in WONI, in Warlords of New York, but it's free to access, so everybody now can play the release mode regardless of having or not the expansion, right?
Yes, we wanted realism mode to be focused on New York. You know, New York is the place where the two games converge. So we wanted to use that opportunity to go back to the map of Warlords of New York and create that experience there. But that only makes sense if everybody gets to experience it. We don't want to gate this behind a paywall. So for the duration of the anniversary, anybody can play the expansion Warlords of New York and can play realism mode.
And this mode brings a minimal HUD and UI, so we're trying to get it more and more grounded, more Clancy experience, a reduced time to kill, no health regen, longer cooldowns for skills, and limited ammo. What can you say about this mode as an experience that we're offering to the players as a different thing, like a celebration for these 10 years?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's two things that are important for us with realism mode. Is one, to try to offer something different for our players, people that have been playing the Division 2 for a very long time, that are used to every single thing about it. We really wanted to try to propose a different Division experience, something that was a bit more visceral, a bit more lethal. So we wanted to do that to allow you to re-experience, rediscover the game, re-fall in love, hopefully, with the game and the environment in particular, and having this really immersive experience. And also for new people to try out. There might be people out there that like the idea of the Division, but are not necessarily into the RPG, into all the mechanics that we have here. And we thought maybe that's a good way for them to introduce them to the world of the Division, and maybe from there hopefully want to stick around and try the rest of the game. So that's how we built this, really trying to use what we have and just make adjustments, make modifications, make changes. And the more we went, the more changes we made, the more we were like, what if we did that? What if we tried that? And really trying to strike that fine balance between still something that feels like the Division, but at the end of the day also feels quite different.
Yeah, it makes sense. And again, it's limited only. You can experience release mode only during the anniversary season, so you have roughly 4 weeks to go through that.
Yeah, and I'll comment on that just quickly, because I've seen a bunch of comments on chat on like, why is it time limited? And there's a few reasons for that, but it's a celebration. It's we call it a mode, but I'd like to think of it more as an event. Really, it's just really something we built for the anniversary to try to propose for a limited time something that again feels different. It's not meant as an infinitely replayable thing. You will play it. You play the campaign of Warlords of New York. There is an end. Once you've finished it, we don't expect you to keep playing and grinding it. There is no grind, there is no RPG in there. So there's no real reason to go back to it. So for that, it makes more sense to actually end it, to actually remove it. But of course, if people like it, we could bring it back again in the future. And I think there's an interesting discussion on how this concept of realism and immersion, how do we want to see that evolve in the future. So welcome any feedback.
Something that feels very Division is how beautiful the game is. Like we notice, we do these environment videos on a community team, and they're so appreciated. And the visual upgrade is something that is coming with this update. I think we have
Кстати, про новые визуальные эффекты будут говорить.
So the team has been working hard
Покажу вам, как их включать, сделаю короткое видео потом. Если у кого-то было автоматически выключено, наоборот, надо включить, все будет лучше, не надо слушать, что там все хуже, все лучше, посмотрите, какая красотища, блин. Я вот зайду сразу включу, потому что у меня, она, мне кажется, выключилась. Улучшайте. Блин, вот трассировка лучше, вот видеокарта 5060 у кого есть, или 4060, трассировку тянет. Вообще жесть, просто красотища какая, заходишь. Я даже эти... Да, вот освещение классное. Принтскрин делаю сразу.
Let's see what we can push. Let's try to do a bit more. There's a bunch of stuff that we thought we could improve a bit on, so we reworked a bunch of things.
Здесь контраст, видите, солнце какое сразу. По без трассировки лучше 1050, у кого там старенькая, как у меня была карта видео, конечно, разницы не почувствуешь. Эффект освещения будет другой. Видеокарта, кстати, тоже у меня в YouTube шоппинге продается. 5060, 4060. 4070 Ti продается обязательно. 5080, 5090. На выбор любые.
For sure. Something else that's being added is 2 new global events.
Главное, девишка сейчас под каждым видео продается. Все можно купить. Там и Бруклин есть, и много чего есть. 30 товаров.
We have ambush and assault. And yes, indeed. These are from the first division. And they work in the exact same way as they did in the first game.
Наконец-то могу любимую игрушку продавать новичкам. Это вообще моя мечта была. Она прям сбывается у меня. И видеокарту помощнее, там 4070 Ti тоже. Могу продать теперь, можете купить, играть в свое удовольствие. Там 12 гигабайт видеопамяти.
Do you recognize them?
I've seen that one.
You've seen that one? Yeah.
Oh, I remember that one.
So the fifth reward for each.
По-моему, вчера как раз
it's not for the chain, but when you do the global events.
Yeah, the global events,
yeah, will be masked from the Division 1.
Yeah, so it's it's the 10 years anniversary. So we wanted to bring a bit of the Division 1 memory into the Division 2. So the idea of making new global events, which, as you said, Anna, is something we haven't done in many years. So making new global events, but actually bringing back mechanics and ideas from the original global events to Division 1 was something that made a lot of sense to us. And if we're bringing back the global events, we might as well just bring back the mask because they're pretty cool.
Yes. We're also celebrating the, what's it called? The National Panda Day, which is pretty fun.
Okay.
So
that's a thing we do, apparently. Now.
Yeah. So alongside the anniversary season activities, a themed project will be available from March 16th to March 24th. And this is in celebration of National Panda Day. So agents can complete the Manning National Zoo and earn the Panda Backpack Trophy.
Вот этого вот плюшевого медведя дают вот в зоопарке Мэннинг. Я его еще не прошел, кстати. Вот то, что бесплатно дают.
Like in Twitch drops and such, I always think it's the favorite thing. And I started thinking about like what is it called? Lubu Lubu? Labu Labu? Like this, right?
Yeah.
It's a backpack trophy, right?
Yeah, it is.
It just hit me. I'm sorry.
No,
sidetrack.
And it's fine, and it's so amazing that this season is so short, but we have so many things to share here. Like, hey, this is happening, this mask, this. So enjoy. I think this is the best time to join Division, and nothing better than celebrating 10 years and having a very intense and packed anniversary season. So the celebrations are not happening in game. So make sure that you follow us in the official channels because we're gonna have more throwbacks, user content, highlights. So things that you post using those hashtags we're going to promote and reshare, giveaways. We're going to have more streams, so the next one will be with release mode, a playthrough, and we're going to have Reddit AMA with the Resurgence team as well. So stay tuned in our socials because we have more things coming for the anniversary season. Again, it's available for this whole month of March, and release mode is a limited experience that you can get there in Warlords of New York with free access to the DLC. So with what does that mean? That you can, during this time of the anniversary you can play, regardless if you own or not.
Да,
cool.
Есть.
right after the anniversary season, I know that now we're going to talk about the other exciting stuff that we just shared.
А вы можете купить, ребят, у вас вот, смотрите, сейчас там вылетает маленькая такая, посмотреть товары, там девишка 30 товаров, можете покупать. У кого есть возможности, знакомые, конечно, там, где надо покупать.
Oh, we have a nice
look at that.
For that. A key art, yeah, very cool. And yeah, as soon as the stream is over, please go play the anniversary season. But for now, we're talking about what's coming next. And year 8 season 1 is the first one. And yeah, looking to this and based on what we say during we mentioned during the showcase, Yannick, we told them that we're gonna increase the challenge, make players more powerful, and we're gonna involve the black task. What can you talk to us about that? I know that you can share much, but at least one thing for us to keep in mind for this season.
Yeah, we have to keep a few surprises, but I mean, first I wanna like just take a moment. Year 8, like it's insane. We're doing year 8 of the Division 2. Oh my god. Anyway, it's, yeah, so Rise Up, as you said, it's without going into details, there's a bunch of stuff we're doing with Rise Up. It's actually a packed season. There's a lot of new things, there's a bunch of new features. One of them is not necessarily a new feature, but we're expanding on retaliation. And we are bringing the black task into the retaliation system. So expect now to see black task taking over some name zones. And
пока 2 года еще поиграемся. Я думаю, что этот год будет очень весело, а следующий уже посмотрим.
We're doing a pass on like some quality of life improvements for retaliation as well, based on community feedback. So that's going to be the main theme of that season. But it's called Rise Up because it's all about challenge, and that's what this season is about. And I've seen actually someone in chat earlier commenting about how casual the game is. That's going to be the season for you, because that's the season where we're going to be bringing a whole new layer of challenge for those of you that have completed everything, that have beaten everything into the game. This is the season that's going to actually throw a punch back at you. But we're not going to let you have to deal with that on your own. We're going to be bringing new ways for you to gain a new level of power. So this is all very cryptic, but expect more challenge, more power, and more challenge.
So if we go away from the focus of the
Мне ему никак не сказать, что в темную зону нужно специальную броню на спину придумать, приделывать ее и на затылок, потому что там в спину стреляют чаще всего в основном. Только присядешь где-то по какому-то вопросу, и тебе в спину сразу тут же надо. Бронежилет на спину придумайте. Тогда я пойду в темную зону.
And for good reasons. So
в лицо там стрелять никто не умеет. И их мобы валят, понимаешь? Их мобы валят в лицо. Поэтому не ходят в темную зону, чтобы в спину стрелять человеку, а не мобу в лицо.
And so we are building a team for PvP. We have people that have joined the team especially to look at PvP. But the most important thing first that we're going to be looking at is just making sure that PvP functions and feels good. So no big promise here on like complete revamps and new PvP modes or whatever. Our number one priority is going to be on the quality of the experience, and that means cheating, that means any kind of like hacks and abuse and all this kind of stuff. And also balancing the PvP experience, the broken metas,
зона для всех не умеющих PvE играть, туда сливается. Там надо броник на спину делать и каску на задницу, чтобы посидеть можно было и походить спиной спокойно везде.
Step by step, how can we actually bring PvP to the level where it needs to be.
Another thing that we've seen requested a lot is crossplay. And yeah, we watched the chat.
That's the bingo, like the PvP and crossplay in the chat now.
Эти три буквы мужик не называю, нас запрещено.
Yeah, and I saw when we announced the showcase that like one of the first comments was like, "Oh, please let them add crossplay," and every answer to this comment was in the lines of they would never do that. It's never going to happen. And I think that we had like helped that narrative beat that it would be something that we weren't possible to add or something that we currently couldn't. So what has changed now? Like what makes it possible for us to add crossplay?
Вот crossplay как раз, да. В этом году, да, он скажет. Мы знаем, что это делает.
I've been on record, I think I went on record saying, well, it would be very hard for our team to do that. Well, turns out now we have a bigger team and we have more specialists and we, again, it's in the same context as what I said earlier. We've had success, the team has grown, we can allow ourselves to be ambitious and to do things that were unreachable in the past. Crossplay is one of them. So yes, we are going to be bringing crossplay into the game. Now I do need to put a caveat here because in order for us to do crossplay, we still have to deal with the technology and the online infrastructure of the game. We talked about that a long time ago.
Может быть, и рули адаптировать тоже заодно. Две педали, руль, тормоз, газ, и как бы рулить можно, и там кнопки боковые еще.
It means crossplay. It does not mean cross-save or cross-progression. That part, unfortunately, is something we are not going to touch. We are not bringing cross-saves, but we will allow you to play between platforms.
And also, we announced more piece of content, not only quality of life improvements like we are planning and we are hoping to deliver for PvP and crossplay, but also new piece of content that players can play and complete and add to their memories as good times playing Division. And one of them is actually the classified assignments. We have 2 new ones coming back. Or coming to the game right now with the season Rise Up, and we have the ambition of bringing new ones in following seasons. So very cool, very different than people were expecting. And what can you tell us about this?
Yeah, I mean, it's classified assignments have always been up here in our memory as something that was a positive addition to the game in year 1, if you remember. So that was part of the first year of content. We had 8 classified assignments. And I think they are still, imprinted in the memory of a lot of people as cool, small, bite-sized experiences. And we've always wanted to do new ones, and now we can. The reason why we can do that is also because we are bringing a new team.
Да, друзья, сколько я уже на своем канале девишки продал для вас. Пользу вам приношу, между прочим.
That's rejoining the Division family, because for those of you who have been here with us for a long time, we'll know that Reflections used to be part of the studios that worked on the Division 1 and the Division 2. They were actually the studio that made the first batch of classified assignments in year 1. And now they're coming back. So, of course, the first thing we tell them is, hey, make more classified assignments. You're pretty good at it.
Я больше всего вам пользы приношу. Я вашу игрушку продаю, уже успешно довольно-таки продается она, между прочим. Сейчас вообще после этого разлетаться будет тиражами.
Especially investigation and puzzle mechanics. So it's really very much about exploration, about solving environmental puzzles to unlock rooms and to find secrets and find collectibles. So we're going to be making 2 new ones with this season and more after that.
Very, very cool. And I know that if we stopped here, a lot of people would be already very happy with the things that we have planned, but we have more. Like someone told you that you're not ready, and incursions are coming to the game,
Yes.
2 years ago, we released Paradise Lost. Lots of players took the challenge with almost 12 million started missions and 3.7 million completed ones. It's a challenge, but now we want to provide more challenging stuff for you. And the second incursion is coming, taking you to the Steel Creek Hydroelectric Dam and Power Station. What experience can a player expect?
Вот новое место они показывают на карте, где это будет интересно. А вот где оно находится, в секрете девушка оставили.
The toughest challenges that the game can throw at you. So when we did Paradise Lost, the point was let's do something as hard as we can at this point. And that's the same here. We want to do an incursion that's going to be challenging you, that's going to be challenging our most advanced players.
Станет испытанием. Ну, то есть повысит сложность, это будет ответный удар новый, скорее всего. Добавить черных бивней, как я слышал, туда.
And about team synchronization and communication. So yeah, expect something, hopefully even better than Paradise Lost. We'll take the learnings from that one and bring them into the second incursion. So yeah, and it's a new location. It's going to be a beautiful location.
Я туда зайду сразу, как только узнаю, где это
it's going to be super interesting.
Steel Creek.
Yeah, and it doesn't end. Outside from the new seasons, New Year coming, everything, there was a big surprise in today's showcase. There is a new DLC coming. Let's take another look at that teaser.
Да, скоро будет новое дополнение. Тизер я вам делал, но не такой. Там есть еще один, я не стал просто его делать. Меня просили по саммиту когда-то, помню, я не знал, где найти. Сейчас знаю, где официальный канал. Так что тизеры ждите, потихонечку их буду добавлять. New DLC Coming 26.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're back, and so we're.
Let's have it in a loop.
So it's very cool. I can see the excitement of people because we're finally adding cricket to the game, right?
We're finally adding cricket, or as someone said, we're finally adding bugs. But yeah, no, I mean it's. You know, when we did Brooklyn, we were not necessarily thinking we're going to do another DLC. I mean, Brooklyn was already a big thing for us. But you know what the launch of Brooklyn and the success of Brooklyn showed us is that there's a real appetite for this kind of content and paid DLC. There's a crowd for that. So we decided, we just basically immediately decided, you know what, let's do another one. Let's put the band back together and let's do another one. But where can we go? What can we do? And you know, New York is cool, and we can't get enough of New York. But there's one place in New York we haven't been to, and that's Central Park. So very quickly it became clear that okay, let's do that. Let's go there. We think we can do it now. We can achieve that. We can do it justice. Going back to New York and exploring Central Park is going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, and expect you know, a bit of a different tone. I think you can see that from the teaser already. I see a lot of people speculating on zombies. We are not a zombie brand, don't worry, but expect a darker tone though. And yeah, we're gonna try something a bit different.
Ребят, можете, кому долго, посмотреть тизер, в 9 утра вышел у меня, он там вкратце с такими же субтитрами красными, по-моему, я сделал. На красном фоне белый все будет. Там самая выжимка будет. Коротенький тизер, там практически все, о чем час 40 говорят, здесь туда укладывается.
And all they saw was just empty spaces and a couple trees. So hopefully we'll do better this time. But yes, yeah, I mean, there's been a lot of fantasy. There's very little we actually know that is confirmed in canon on what happened in Central Park and what's going on there. So yeah, a lot of mysteries to unfold.
I can't wait to hear more of this. I'm super excited. I hope you guys are excited as well, because we had the showcase. Now we're going a little bit deep into what those things mean to the future of the franchise. We mentioned PvP, crossplay, visual improvements, anniversary season, new season, classified assignments, incursion, DLC. We have a lot of things to cover, and the chat has been very active. Do we have questions from the chat?
Yes, we do. So one here, what's the rewards for playing the realism mode?
Вторжение еще и покупать надо будет. Прикольно,
прикольно.
Прикольно, ребят. Но я бы хотел получить бесплатно.
A memorabilia.
A memorabilia.
Is that the right word?
What's everyone's at the table's favorite weapon? Well, I'm Lexington.
For me, it's the Lexington as well. Since I got it, I've been playing with that.
Лексингтон, да, все гоняются из-за вас. Из-за этой винтовкой, из-за вас. Чуваков все гоняются за этой винтовкой. У меня их вообще 4 штуки было. Спасибо, что 2 вы мне сразу подарили. Так у вас тоже по 2 было.
Those are live questions.
I have a Lexington like everybody else.
А у меня сейчас вот большой Алехандро, самое любимое оружие. Потому что он самый скорострельный.
So yeah, I need to put more thoughts into that. I'm very excited to get the big Alejandro though.
Yeah, same.
А у тебя? Она не скажет какой. Анна сказала, у нее Лексингтон тоже. Там, блин, у всех одинаковый.
This year.
You're right.
Да, будет кроссплей, вот как, что он говорит. В этом году все. Ага.
Okay.
Ну, она расстроилась.
I think it's time to leave the DLC and Central Park behind.
Может весной, может осенью, может летом, может быть Новым годом. Кроссплей будет где-то 29 декабря, например, 26 года. В этом году как вам такое?
I'm guessing that most of you know
Понятно,
exactly
что
what
сейчас
I'm
про
survival, but for those of you who don't,
пойдет
let's
разговор
have a look at
про
when
режим
this
выживания.
was
Дальше
announced.
мне уже, конечно, он меньше интересен, но посмотреть как бы надо, смотреть надо.
That sounds familiar. Some of you had already figured out wintry survival extraction experience is coming to the Division 2.
There we go. Yeah, you heard me coughing and we're like, get this girl some water in chat. I got flashbacks because, as you might have heard, somebody said woohoo when Survivor was announced in that clip, and that was me, and the voice was not there. But let's not talk about that. My voice is much better. We have a new guest in the studio. Welcome, Magnus.
That was a fast transition. Like, he just turned.
Yeah,
it's turning to Magnus.
It's magic. So we have the creative director of the Division 2 Survivors here with us. Welcome.
Oh, thank you.
Very happy to have you here. So you were reintroduced to the Division players back at Gamescom, and you're not new to the universe of the Division. Can you tell us a bit about your background?
Absolutely. I'm super proud to have been the creative director on the first Division game, which is now insanely enough 10 years ago. It's I don't know where time goes. And then I went and did a bunch of other stuff, but now I'm back into the Division, lured back by the possibility and promise of survival gameplay and snowy streets, which is an opportunity I couldn't pass up. So now I'm the creative director for the Division 2 Survivors.
So, as creative director for Survivors, I can assume that you joined Survive Fest in December, revisiting Survival, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. I was actually going to be on the stream as well, but I got the flu, and then you stepped in and played, and that went really well, right?
Yeah.
Or no, I don't know. No, okay. No, it's we've all been there. It's fine, and that's the whole point. I think. The difficulty and the challenge is part of it. So now you get to experience that as well. No, I had a ton of fun playing, as I always do. I had an amazing run. It was actually, so I started and then I died quite early. I was up in the northeast corner, and then I was like, oh, you landmark you, and I was gonna, okay, I'm gonna go in. Okay, I'm gonna beat that one. Like I owe it to myself. And then I spawned in the north. The opposite corner, and then I was just like, okay, challenge accepted, and I just went for a long solo run. It wasn't a PvE, and I just went like all the way down, rounded the dark zone, and then I did the thing, and I was like, can I make it? Maybe. And then I like went into the dark zone, and then I extracted, and there was basically no seconds left on the clock. Like I found out basically that even if your sepsis clock goes to 0 when you're in the chopper after the cutscene, you're basically you're good. So, and I didn't know that. So that's how that's how close a call it was. Anyway, so always good anecdotes in that.
Yeah, for sure. And that was a great event. We were very proud of what we achieved with that. We created Survivor Fest based on actually community events. What you guys do. On your Saturdays, on your Sundays, how you organize people to go back to New York to enjoy survival. It was very cool. We had some technical difficulties, but we brought back the event in January to make sure that everybody could join. And we had some cool stats here that I would like to share, because we have 2.2% of our players making to the rank 3, 16.5 making to the rank 4, and the majority, 81.2, to the rank 5. Average time survived, 106 minutes, almost 2 hours. 59% of players successfully extracted at least once, and they got the reward for that. And just under 2 million resources were consumed, and we had 75,000 hunters defeated during Survive Fest. So it was super fun. We sent a survey to collect your feedback. We know that some people got issues with the survey. In case you had issues, we recommend you to check your opt-in status within your Ubisoft account, because we can only send emails with surveys to people who have selected to receive messages from Ubisoft. But we got a lot of people providing feedback. And talking about this feedback, did you get any valuable insights from that Survive Fest? How it was for you as someone shaping the future of the mode, now getting the feedback from what it used to be?
Oh, absolutely. Feedback is always great. The community is everything. And So first of all, thank you everyone for filling in the survey. That's I know it's a little bit of extra work, but it really does help. So, you know, one of the things we got a confirmation on that's worth mentioning. It's kind of, if you're a fan, it's obvious, but it's the fact that the immersion, that enormous sense of cold and just the way that it transports you to that kind of survival is incredibly important. The immersion of the mode with the snow and the effects and everything, and that's something that we feel super strongly working on Survivors. That you know we're gonna top that, and we're gonna go beyond that, and just the sense of like, you know, you need to feel cold after you stop playing, basically. So that was really nice to see that we're all in alignment there on the good things. On the things to improve, we saw a lot of feedback on the loot and the resources not, you know, the location not being randomized. So eventually you learn, and it becomes it can become samey, and that is a top priority for us to randomize not just what's in the chest, but the locations of the containers and even more things. So this is a priority to keep it interesting, to increase the time that you want to spend, because it's, you know, it's giving you a challenge every time.
Yeah, and you mentioned how important is the feedback, because I do remember people talking about the loot and how important it is to get it randomized. And this type of feedback is very important to us, and the community involvement is very important as well. So this is why during Gamescom last year we promised that we would include more people in the ETF, the Elite Task Force. We revamped the whole program. We invited more people. We increased the number of participants, and we got a more diverse sample of players. So now we have a wider range of experience and expertise from all over the world. And I'm happy to say that we stay true to the promise, because those players from the ETF, we invite some of them. You can see the picture now. Some of them came here last month to test for the first time Survivors in a very early build, and they were the first one to create their character and test out this new experience. So what can you say about that? I was not part of that, as you can see in the picture, but how did it go?
Oh, you were missed. It went super well. We had a ton of fun. We you know, talked about so much about the Survivors. We shared a lot, and they did get to play, and it was a mega early build, right? So it had so many bugs and so many issues. So thank you, big thanks for understanding and trying to see past all of the issues and at the core of what we were trying to achieve. So that was much appreciated, and it really did help us out.
Yeah, and was there anything during those tests that surprised you or reassured something that you thought about their reception? Yeah, I mean, it was very, very useful. We got a lot of things. One thing that was surprising and also but super nice to notice was that everyone that was playing, it was like discovering the city once again. Like they said that they were exploring and getting lost, and really it was like a whole new, just conquering the city once again. And that is amazing to hear, and a little bit surprising, because we are nowhere near done with the transformation, the flow changes, the content additions, and the sort of all of the new things that we want to add to transform DC so that it's a completely new experience to play it. So that was a cool surprise. The other thing that I would say was a little bit surprising to us, because it's an early build. There's no onboarding, so it's fairly brutal. But these people were very quick. I mean, everyone dies in the beginning, but the speed at which they overcome that and started learning everything and surviving and kicking ass was very quick. So I'm not saying this to blow smoke up your whatever, but it was that was impressive. So maybe we just need to make it harder.
Yeah, Survivors is still in early development, which means that, you know, the players don't know anything. So we see a lot of speculation going on online. And a few of these I picked out 3. So maybe I'm thinking I will read them out loud, and we will see if you can confirm, deny. The first one is about the name. You dropped a tease at Gamescom that there's something about the name that might give a hint in one direction or another. So first, speculation. That survivors, the middle of it, VIV, is actually Roman numbers, and it's hinting to a numbers, maybe 4 or 6. And this is tied to groups, co-op possibilities, or something else. The other speculation on the name is that an attack has happened in DC, and their survivors is actually the survivors from this attack. Are they onto something?
All right, interesting. I will say this, that one of those is onto something, and the other not so much.
Okay. Last one then. Different parts of the map are different on various runs. So for example, one place is not accessible on one run, but it may be accessible in the next one. And this one they spoke about when they showed this sewer image when there's an explosion. So they were like, maybe it's dangerous to go here one time, but not the next. Are they onto something?
Yeah, I would say so. And I mentioned it before when we talked about the loot locations and everything. We were working very hard to make it a super dynamic place and making each run different. It's not just with where you find the things, but we want to make everything dynamic as when it's fun, not completely random, right? There has to be, as a player, there has to be some logic and some rules so that you feel that learning matters. So you have to be able to plan a route and then not everything's random, but knowing where it is random, so still it's like it's a game of chance, but where there's a skill element. So yeah, totally correct on that one.
Well, I guess I will have to come back with a few more and pick your brain. Yeah, we can't wait to have you back on the next stream, and as soon as we have more to share, we will. But there will be more closed tests, private tests happening this year. Yes.
Absolutely. We can't wait to share more and get more and more people to try it out and get more feedback and just keep on improving.
All right, so now we're gonna moving on to Resurgence, because as you saw in the showcase, we also have big news for Resurgence. They have officially release date is gonna happen on March 31st. So in the end of the month, you can play Anniversary Season TD2 for the whole month, and then in the end you have the Division Resurgence being launched for everybody. And we're gonna have cross rewards as well for Division 2 players and Division Resurgence players. You saw better during the showcase. I think we have an image for that. Yep, now you can see it. So you have to log in both games to unlock exclusive rewards. On top, the Division Resurgence rewards, and below the Division 2 rewards as well.
Yes, so now we're gonna move on over to the last segment of the stream, over to Paris. But before we hand it over to them, let's rewatch their trailer. Well, there's like some technical difficulties. Maybe we can just jump on over to Paris.
Yeah, let's jump to Paris. Yeah.
Yep. Hi guys, thanks a ton, Anais, for not losing your voice this time. That was really awesome. Really appreciate it. Hopefully you guys can see us okay.
Yes, we are.
Wonderful. In that case, we are going to be stealing the show just for a bit. You guys will be joined back by our wonderful hosts at Massive shortly. So I'm here with Erwan. Erwan, let's say goodbye to our kind friends at Massive. Bye-bye, guys.
Bye, guys.
See you in about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So hi, guys, and welcome to the Resurgence segment. And yeah, hopefully you've been enjoying the live stream so far. We are watching you and reading you in the chat right now. Don't move too far away, because obviously our wonderful hosts will be back. In the meantime, my name is James. I am the community developer for Resurgence, and I am joined here by Erwan. Erwan, how are you doing?
Doing great. Hi, James. Hi, everyone. Very happy to be here.
Wonderful. Erwan, so we are actually going to be joining you straight into the Dark Zone because, yes, we are ready and we're going to be going live instantly right now, basically. And while we're going live, while Erwan tries to do his best not to die, luckily he is he, not me, which means he has a good chance of that. Whereas if I were playing, that may not be the case. In the meantime, I'm going to be watching you guys in the chat react and answering as many questions as I can, while also trying to provide some entertainment over what Erwan is doing. So, hi guys, for those of you joining, Resurgence is the mobile adaptation of the Division games, and we are so pleased to have finally announced, and Leo reminded everyone just before and stole all the glory from me, that we will be launching on March 31st of this year. So only just a couple of weeks to go, and the pressure is on. It really
Almost
is
there.
on.
Yeah.
So as a reminder, this is a mobile adaptation which will be free to play on both iOS and Android. So if you're not already, make sure to pre-register now so that you get early advanced warning about the game coming out. And I can see you've already made contact.
Right.
Now I'm going to jump quickly into explaining what's happening here. So most of you will be familiar with this. This is the Dark Zone. It is our unique PvPvE element. So for the moment, Erwan is sadly alone on the server, but once it's live, we're really hoping to be able to be joined by a lot of different players. And one of the first things you might notice is that there is a timer. Now, this is something that has been debated a lot in the past and something that we've decided to keep because we have now added a 20-minute timer to the Dark Zone. Now, this, first of all, is because moving on to mobile, we know that players don't necessarily play as long as people might on other platforms, and we decided to change things around, make it more adapted to this kind of playstyle. But to be honest, I find it adds a lot of excitement towards the end. Will you be able to extract in time? Will you get there? Will you be able to keep your loot or not? And that's something that we'll be seeing today. So, Erwan, hopefully the goal is to go and collect some loot and then extract the first time. And then if we have time left, go back and extract some more loot.
That's
now,
right.
I'm going to try and catch up with what's happening in the chat. And one of the first things I'd like to say is that while we do not have a PC version yet, we're very happy if you guys playing on an emulator. Just be careful where you download the build. Make sure it's an official build from our website or from the Google Play Store, where you are sure not to have any issues with the build. But if you want to play on BlueStacks, for example, or any other emulator of your choice, go ahead and do that. We are obviously going to be doing cross-progression and cross-play throughout all different devices. So if you're on iOS and playing with someone on Android, you can definitely do that. Erwan, can you tell us a bit about the class that you're playing? Because classes in Resurgence play out a bit differently to the other Division games, whereas in Division 1 and 2, you could choose abilities to go with your playstyle. Here, you have to choose a whole class, and you are, in that respect, locked into your class, although you can, of course, change whenever you feel like it. Certainly. Can you tell me about your specific choice of class today?
Yeah, that's right. So the specialization I'm playing right now is the tech operator, which is basically revolving around the use of striker drones that you manipulate around the battlefield, and you basically let them do the work for you. So I've noticed a few people here saying that my gun doesn't deal any damage. That's right. I don't need to. My drone do it. So yeah, this is very much a tactical class, although some could call it lazy. I prefer to call myself a strategist here. So there we go.
Now, apart from this, what other classes or specializations, as you mentioned, are available to players in game at the launch of the game? Because maybe there'll be more coming.
Yeah, at the launch of the game, you'll begin with 4 starting specializations, tech operator being one that is unlocked later. So the first ones that we will stick with are the demolitionist, which is basically a master of explosives. If you want high spectacle and a lot of chaos on the battlefield, that's for you. You have the bulwark, who acts as the tank of the specializations. We have the field medic, because everyone needs some healing. And finally, the vanguard, for people who enjoy a more weapon-based approach.
And I can see that GZ That Bear in the chat says it's not being afraid of engaging. It really is just a really good tactic. Really.
Right.
So I think you've got something. You're definitely onto something interesting here. Yeah, so one of the key interesting aspects here is that the Division obviously can be played as a squad of up to 4 players, and you can join any Dark Zone or any even mission that you would like in that squad. But that's not the only interesting new thing here that we're bringing with Division Resurgence, is that it is the first one to be of the Division game series that is an MMO, which means that when you're in the open world, you can meet other players, and when you're performing actions and when you're just exploring or having fun against some enemies in the open world or doing an event, an activity there, you might stumble into other players who might decide to help you, and you might decide to help them, or just ignore them and just run away, or maybe invite them to your clan. So many different things. But what's interesting about the MMO aspect is that it adds a whole level of interactivity with other players around you, which isn't just limited to the dark zone, and it's not just limited to your squad or your clan. So that's something that's really cool. Can you bring us through a bit about what you're actually currently doing here? What's your objective as you go through the dark zone? How do you know what to do? And can you tell us about what you're about to do now?
Yeah, absolutely. So the point in the dark zone is to get some high value loot. So that's the thing that I did before, was clearing a landmark, which allowed me to gain some very valuable loot. So what I'm doing now, because I don't want to waste everything, is that I called for an extraction. So as you can see here, the chopper just arrived. I'm going to attach it. And as you can see, my drones are still protecting me. So very valuable resource to have on the field.
Now, one thing that is, Erwan is playing on his absolute favorite controller currently. We support a lot of different controllers. Yes. This one is a bright pink Xbox controller, which really suits you. It looks really great. And
right?
It's helping you shoot much, much better. Definitely a worthwhile investment for your playstyle. I prefer using my fingers, and a lot of people have said, mentioned about the UI being a bit cluttered maybe, which, yeah, sure, that might be true. If you're watching this on a big screen, it might feel that way, but don't forget two things. First of all, this is a mobile game, so we do need to have those touch inputs somewhere. And the second most important part is that everything is customizable. So when you launch the game for the first time, you'll be met by this UI that might seem a bit odd if you're not used to playing on mobile, but which represents the best way of mapping out different actions that you can perform in a Division game on a mobile phone. And you can customize that as you go, so you could move buttons around, make them bigger, smaller, however you like. If you've played Rainbow Six Mobile, it is very similar to that in the sense that you can really enjoy and customize that experience to your playstyle. Now, you've extracted your first bit of loot, of gear, and hopefully you've got some cool stuff I didn't really see. What are you doing now?
So now I've had a choice, which is why I stuck around the extraction area a bit longer than I should have, to show you guys that on top of being able to extract your loot, in TDR, you're also able to extract yourself as an agent once an extraction is complete, which is a safe way for you to escape the dark zone. We're not going to do that. We're going to scavenge some more loot before heading out. So I've just tracked a nice little landmark here, and we're going to see how fast we can complete it, because as you can see, time is running out and we have only 8 minutes and a half left.
Actually, I think the timer is just above where players can see it.
Oh, right. So, yeah. We have 8 minutes left.
Yeah, we're currently playing on an iPad, so the screen resolution is a bit different, a bit bigger, actually, than what you guys can see, which means that it's a bit cropped on your side. But yeah, we have 8 minutes left to go and grab some more loot and extract, because, Erwan, what happens if you don't extract in time?
If I don't extract in time, I die.
And what happens to your loot?
It's lost.
Oh no, we can't have that, Erwan. We need to extract.
Except if you have indeed extracted it first, which is something possible. That's also a very safe way of approaching the dark zone. If you're unsure of whether or not you can stick around long enough and if you can survive, just extract your loot gradually and go on after that.
So you're telling me I'm going to spend my whole time just extracting loot, because I know that's
the safe way.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. That is definitely a safe way. Now, in the dark zone, there are a few things you can do to help yourself out, apart from just obviously use all your drones and hide like a coward. What can you use? What can you find in the dark zone that could help you out?
I can find this nifty little sentry turret here that I could choose to activate.
You think that was planned? It was not.
Right. Yeah, so there's a bunch of stuff that you can activate in the dark zone to help you around. These turrets are one of them. They are placed at strategic locations in various parts of the dark zone to allow you to either push back enemies, but also rogue agents, because of course, I've seen the question somewhere, we do have PvP in the dark zone. That's a core element of the experience. So you'll be able to encounter other players. Most of them will be friendly, but you could also encounter some rogue who will want to steal your loot. And if you activate a turret, it will also aim at them. So that's a nifty way to secure your backs when you're alone.
Now, Leo mentioned it before we went live on TDR, but we do have a lot of rewards coming your way. If you've been following Resurgence for quite some time now, we've actually got a huge amount of rewards. We have a reward coming for anyone who's pre-registered to the game. We've got rewards for people who've watched previous streams. Obviously, we'll have Twitch drops as well. Hopefully. Look out for that. That's going to be on our Twitter, hopefully, very soon. But that's the goal. We've got tons coming. But most importantly, for all of you guys watching right now on live, on this stream, we also have some really cool rewards if you play Resurgence in TD2, which is really great for those of you who are tempted to try it out. If you don't know, if you like it, if you've never played mobile, this is a good opportunity for you to try it out, or at least a good incentive, we hope. And the first incentive that we hope will get you to try it out is that it's free. So, yeah, just
give it a try.
Enjoy it. Anyway, whatever you want to do with the game, you might as well pre-register now just to make sure that you don't miss out on it. We do have, obviously, rewards for you guys in Resurgence if you play TD2 as well, so look out for those. Those are cool. And yeah, we've got a ton of stuff coming for you guys in the next few weeks and months. We will have seasonal content drop regularly. We will have lots of cool rewards for you as you progress throughout the game, as you unlock things through the battle pass or through just playing the game and enjoying the game. One question that comes back on a regular basis, and which I will answer now, is about being free to play versus pay to win. We've made sure throughout the whole process that nothing is pay to win, or at least we're really trying to avoid it as much as possible. So anything that will help you fight better, let's say, or be better, or die less, in my case, that's the most important part. Die less in game, anything like that is unlockable for free. So
yes,
don't worry about not being good. That's my problem. Yeah, just come in and enjoy the game as Ilwan is doing it right now. And you've started your second extraction. We've got 4 minutes left on the clock.
Right.
So we can actually hope to have a third extraction, and then you can extract yourself. Because yeah, you could decide to take the chopper now.
Yeah, I'm thinking I will take the chopper this time. I'm pretty happy with my loot so far.
Okay.
So let's just wait for the extraction to come. I'll put my loot there. There we go. And once it's nicely secured, we'll be able to extract ourselves. So
yeah, Vespa154 in the chat does again mention BlueStacks, and if you don't like playing on mobile, which I can understand, I mean, I love playing on PC myself, and that's how I discovered the Division in the first place. If you're not a big fan of mobile gaming, that's completely fine. We don't necessarily support you guys playing on emulator, but we don't really care. It's
as long as you enjoy the game.
Yeah, exactly. It's up to you to enjoy the game the way you want to. Just make sure that you're downloading it from a reputable source, because that's the one thing that we are, worried about. You don't know what's in those packages. Don't unzip if you don't know what to expect, and don't take that out of context, please.
I mean, the whole point of the IP is be careful of viruses.
Absolutely. But yeah, if you want to play on emulator, go ahead and do that. And in the meantime, I can hear a lot of things happening. Where's your chopper?
It's still there. I'm waiting because I have a 1 minute window to extract the loot. So once it's expiring, you will see a second rope coming in, and from this one I get to extract myself. So I suggest we do that.
Wonderful. Okay, well, here we go. This is your extract, and off you go.
Exactly. So
now,
nice session.
Yeah, it was. It was short and sweet. So many bad jokes. Anyhow, we are back with Resurgence. Let's talk about the story for a second, because the story is quite interesting. Now, we know what happened in Division 1. We know what happens in Division 2, but we don't know what happens in between those two stories. And we are back in New York. It is snowing, it is cold, and we are back trying to save what remains. I think that's the most important part here. You as a Division agent, you are part of the first wave, but at this point in time, we've moved forwards from that, and we've met a lot of new characters, lots of new people, and some old characters as well, some familiar faces that we can see in different areas of the game. But the whole point is that the story is going to be progressing on from Division 1. This is a canon game, and what we are going to be telling, the story we're going to be telling in this game, is part of the universe, a fully part of the universe. And we're working very closely with the guys at Massive to try and help continue on that story, or add in those elements of the story that we don't necessarily have. And yeah, we just saw Fail Out there. We've got a huge base of operations that we can explore. And a whole part of the Division is improving your character, looting, unlocking skills, improving your weapons, improving your your armor, and making sure that your character resembles your playstyle. And a big part of that is going to be the crafting. Do you want to talk about the crafting very briefly here and how to get customized best?
Right, but crafting, much like in the HD games, is the most straightforward way for you to gain the best possible loot, best possible equipment that you can find. So you need to basically just craft your new items and hope for a good roll, but you get to do that a lot of times. So yeah, kind of took me by surprise here. But,
sorry, and I'm saying fail out lives.
I was just focusing on fail out and seeing everyone.
I know.
So happy about it. She does have an eye patch, by the way. Yes,
she does. Yes, this is quite a momentous time for us to be live because it's the first time we can officially remind you guys. March 31st. Finally.
Yes.
How long have you been on this project?
It's been almost 6 years now. So yeah. Keeping the silence here for 6 weeks, 6 years.
Yeah.
Felt like 6 weeks.
Does this last hour has felt like 6 weeks. But yeah, I think that more or less concludes our quick little session. Again, guys, this is or has been the Division Resurgence. We are going to be live everywhere in the world on Android and iOS for free. So if you're not pre-registered already, go ahead and you've that way. That way is all the information that you need just to click there and hopefully very soon play the game. So go ahead and do that. And in the meantime, I think we can pass it on to Massive. And if you have any questions for us, do feel free to ping us on Twitter and Discord. And we love to hear you. And I'm hearing pings already. I think someone mentioned that they can hear them too. So Massive, if you're with us, then give us a shout out. Hey, we're back with our favorite 4 co-hosts now. And yeah. Thanks a ton, guys. Have a great end of stream. And yeah, hopefully see you very soon.
Thanks a lot. Bye, everyone.
Bye-bye. Yeah, and that was the Resurgence part of this post showcase. Thank you very much for them for guiding us through Division Resurgence. Again, it's going to be available on March 31st. And any questions that were left unanswered by us or by them, you can ask during the Reddit AMA that we're planning for this anniversary month. So stay tuned in our socials because we're going to announce when and how you can participate and ask questions directly to us from Division 2 and them from Division Resurgence. Cool. I think we got to the end of the stream.
Yeah, we made it.
We made it.
We're entering the post show.
Что 31 марта будем ждать, там выйдет. Что-то еще узнаем.
Do you have any final words you want to share to the viewers before we go?
I think we've said everything. It's a fantastic year for the Division 2. It's a fantastic year for the Division. I think it's super excited to get to share all of that. We've been working very hard on all those things. We've been cooking, and we still are. There's a lot of things coming. So it's as we say in the video, I think it's never been a better year to be an agent. It's never been a better year to be a dev. It's going to be a busy year, but it's very exciting and super rewarding. So I'm just really looking forward.
Yeah. It looks incredibly exciting. Can't wait for 2026 to progress, where we'll show more about Survivors, get more people playing and telling you much more. So it is an incredible year that's in front of us on Survivors as well.
Yeah, so that's it. I would like to thank the community for being here with us for all this time. It's been amazing. I've been 1 year. I've been 10% of this story, and it has been very, very amazing. And yeah, super excited.
Yeah. I started on the Division just when the Division 2 was released. I was an intern with Hamish. I see you giving him shoutouts all the time on State of the Game. So I handled the cameras and yeah, with a little break. Yannick doesn't remember me even though he was a guest multiple times when I was a little intern. Anyway, I'm back after being an avatar and other brands.
That's embarrassing.
And yeah, I'm so happy to be back and to be able to celebrate 10 years of the Division with all of you guys. So anniversary month is out. Go and play right now. Enjoy it. And we will see you next time at the realism mode. More details on exactly when you will see us will drop on social. So follow us there. Happy birthday, the Division.
Hamish is actually in chat. Hi, Hamish.
Hey, Hamish.
And thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Что ж, друзья, довольно-таки позитивный стрим на самом деле нам выкатили разработчики. На этом я сегодня закончу. Разбирать, по сути, по факту здесь особо было и нечего. Все сказали, что хотели разработчики. Я чуть-чуть дополнил от себя свои мысли, которые я хотел выразить. Где-то, может быть, чуть-чуть пошутил, где-то переборщил. Вот, мне нужно немножечко отдохнуть и, может быть, еще стрим по девишке запилю. На этом у меня все. Всем желаю позитива, добра. Буду следить за новостями на их официальном сайте. Всем пока, ребят.